maybe this is why. I don't understand half the stuff that some of y'all are saying about me, but maybe I actually do because I'm signal proof. I have sometimes low analytical. Now, because I'm strategic, I have to press myself and make myself do all the analytics. So I do a lot of analytics. I don't keep all the numbers in my head because I'm not great with keeping all the numbers in my head. That's part of my dyslexia. But hey, I'm highly strategic. So, and these are all from my Clifton Strengths Finder. If anybody wants to know, you should go to Gallup and look for Clifton Strengths Finder on Gallup. And you should go ahead and take this. It's a personality test, but it's a deep exploration into your personalities. And mine, well, they're mainly woo, communication, positivity, consistency, and futuristic. That means I like to connect and talk with people, woo, connect, and woo, win others over. Communication is all about communication, positivity. I stay positive. You know, you might hear me saying some negative stuff, but it's all about getting y'all back to the positive part all the time. And then consistency, fairness, you know, keeping things even, building structures and systems and making things so things can work out for everyone, or at least the majority of people. You can't please everyone. And then futuristic. I'm always looking out for the future. I'm always predicting what's coming. Like, always got ideas of what's coming, and I can always see the crash coming before it happens. And a lot of times I've moved and I felt like I moved too soon, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm moving when it was just right for me. Low deliberative. Wow. High activator and strategic though. So I'm not a slow, I'm, speed of implementation. I got to get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done now. Let's see if it works. All right. So that's me. Sometimes it could cause fires, but I'm strategic. So because I am strategic, I'm still looking at that. And that makes me look at the analytics. So instead of me being deliberative, I'm still looking at it, but I make sure instead of sitting back and recopying and checking and getting stuck in analysis paralysis, I move forward. Low adaptability, high futuristic, and consistency. Now, this is interesting. I find this interesting because most of my life has been adaptability. You know, as a child, I ended up in the foster care system and having to figure out things on my own at a young age because even the foster care system was terrible, and so I did a lot of figuring things out and moving and just adapting to the situations that occurred. So it's kind of funny to see low adaptability, and maybe it's different because of my high futuristic and high consistency. This takes me on a whole nother level of thought process because what it does is means I gotta pump out these ideas and pump out these strategic methods and pump out these things that need to be out for everybody else because I'm seeing something coming in the future. And at the same time, I have a hard time with interruptions, people interrupting me and unstable priorities. If people's priorities are just not in line with life. So like I said, we got a lot of people that are delusional in LA, and that's what I was talking about. And then, that other side of constant interruption is sometimes I'm not fully taking in on other people's emergencies. I can't grasp it. They talk about how, I'm not saying I'm Einstein, but people like Einstein couldn't remember their way around the block because to them, it was a low priority for the things that they were pumping through their mind. High level things go through my mind all the time. And I'm not saying that people have low level things, but that's a big strain. Just like some people don't want to put that cognitive load on themselves, I naturally do it to myself. And so sometimes I can't get information across to people because I have this high strain of information. So I have to slow down and deliberately convey things. And so that's what I'm doing today. Low competition, high achiever. Well, that just says that I'm going to beat you, so I don't have to worry about competing with you. Just saying. I'm a high achiever, so I'm probably going to win anyway. And if I don't win, I don't care if I lose because I'm a high achiever. I'm going to get second place if you beat me, But it also says, I look at things like this should exist and I'm responsible for bringing it into existence. Or I don't need to prove I'm better than everyone. That's what I'm trying to get across to y'all people who think I got an ego, because I don't give a care. All right? I don't care as much as y'all think about being better than anybody else. What I care about is that we all move up together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not better than anybody else. Just because I have more knowledge and I gain more knowledge and I'm able to use it better than many people, doesn't mean I'm better than other people. And this is what I'm talking about here. These are my faults that we're talking about. The reason why these faults are important, to me, is because I look at myself as a visionary systems communicator and development movement builder. I'm not the guy in the front. A lot of times people see me as the guy who wants to be in the front. No, my ego doesn't want me to be in the front. I like to be the guy in the back. That's why I've always been behind the camera. So when people come at me with all this hate and anger about, oh, you just want to be the man. No, I don't want to be the man. If you look at most situations I've been in, I've been pushed to the front because other people want to push me to the front, not because I want to command. I like producing, I like show running, but I like to have a director because a director runs a ship while I help them run the ship. Does that make any sense? I'm a showrunner type, and I actually have the pedigree to prove it. But that's not the point. The point is, that's what I am. I like to develop things, get them started, get them launched, and get them going. And it says right here that from my Strength Finder that I like entering new social environments, capturing attention, articulating complex ideas, generating optimism, creating fair and repeatable systems, envisioning long-range possibilities, connecting disciplines and human experiences, developing other people, selecting strategic pathways, building trusted inner circles, sustaining an unusually high production load, taking responsibility, learning continuously, initiating action, governing through conviction, and taking command when necessary.